Hey everyone, it's been a hot minute, hasn't it? Sorry. um, yeah. I know it's been a while. I haven't forgotten about you guys, but I think I'm going to repurpose this channel into just generalized vlogs and rambles that I have. I'm not abandoning it, but I just don't know how often I'm going to post because I made another channel. One that I have decided that's going to be my primary channel, and I'm enjoying the process of making content for that channel a lot more than I did trying to be just a standard booktuber channel. Why is that? Reading is my hobby. I thought that when I created this channel that it would be easy. Continue reading, continue doing what I love to do, and then just talk about them. But then I started to read not for enjoyment, but more for content, which started to ruin my escape hobby. Um, I don't know if that's a real term. I feel like I just made that up just now, but it's like I tried to see if I could fix that by just doing more shorts instead, where it's like my 5-star reads for X month, but that didn't really feel right either. The other channel that I made is a tarot channel. I know that's not everyone's cup of tea, but tarot and divination and witchy occult things are what I would call like a passion hobby. So, and that one I've been enjoying much more because as I'm filming, like it's less about seeing my face, it's more about my hands and the cards. And I think I just get too nervous with having a camera at my face because I get very distracted at looking at the viewfinder, making sure everything looks okay instead of looking at you guys. So it looks very, I feel like it just looks very less authentic if I'm constantly viewing at the viewfinder and you guys, and I get very nervous and rambly. Um, Especially since to try to avoid the rambling, I have like topics right here, listed out as well of like what I want to read. So again, I'm looking at that instead of at you guys. Anyway, so to my current subscribers, if you unsubscribe because this isn't what you signed up for, I completely understand and I don't blame you and I bid you well. Um I'm still going to talk about books, don't get me wrong. But I think I'm also going to talk about other things too when I feel like making content for this channel. Things that I'm enjoying, like TV shows, any anime that I'm watching, video games, movies, my spirituality in general, such as tarot. Maybe even some behind the scenes stuff that goes on my other channel, or whatever else I want. I want this channel to be fun. You know, I'm not gonna care if I get like 1,000 subscribers and I can monetize it. This is just gonna be a channel where if I feel like I want to talk about something, I can. Um, if you stick around, great. I'm happy. I'm happy that you decided to stick around. If you are interested in some of the things that I've been consuming lately, movies. I've watched the D&D movie, the Dungeons and Dragons movie. It's great. It was a lot better than I expected it would be. It was pretty much exactly like watching a campaign in action. It was funny. It was action packed. The CGI was great. I thought it was fun. I hope they do more because I think it was fun. And I did see the Mario movie. Also, much better than I thought it would be. Was it? I think, in my opinion, the Dungeons and Dragons movie was much better than the Mario movie, but it was fun. It was fun. TV shows that I did finish recently was The Last of Us. Great. I played the video games back when they came out and I loved the video games, so I thought that this was a great adaptation. Was it perfect? No. I feel like they could have easily made it longer, but HBO, I think HBO just in general just likes to just stick to 10 episodes. And I think that was quite a shame. I think if they had stretched it to 15 episodes, it would have been much better than what we got. Um, I'm replaying Zelda Breath of the Wild to prep for Tears of the Kingdom that's coming out. And I'm also really super excited for Final Fantasy 16 that's going to be coming out in June. So That's a lot of the stuff that I'm trying to do fit into my free time because I still have a full-time job that I do from work from home, and then also my other channel that I'm making sure that I'm trying to do regular scheduled content for. Uh, as for books, right now I'm listening to the audiobooks for Lord of the Rings. I'm in the middle of Two Towers right now. Let me see here. Where am I at in the Two Towers? I think got about 3 hours left. I'm on chapter 7 of book 4. For whatever reason, they put like different. They split up the books. Sorry, they split up the books into further books. Like the Fellowship of the Ring had 2 books inside of it, like as it was divided up into chapters. Same thing with Two Towers. So it's labeled as book 4, and I'm just starting chapter 7 in Two Towers. I'm lately I was starting to feel a little bit burnt out reading, so I switched a lot of my physical reading on my Kindle to audiobooks, and that has helped me so much that I'm still able to be doing at least like a little bit of reading every day, because I try to do at least a little bit of reading every day, at least a chapter. It's oftentimes more than a chapter, but I've told myself that I was like minimum of a chapter every day. And doing it physical, I was kind of getting burnt out, especially as was saying for this channel. When I was trying to read for content instead of for enjoyment, it started to be a little rough, but I'm feeling much better about it. Let's see here. Got a list. Oh, yeah, I don't want to do like a complete list of books because I think I'm just going to do a very brief one. Not necessarily just 5-star books only, but just ones that really stuck out in my brain. Um, let's see here. If you do want to see like a full list, sorry about my dogs. If you want to like see a full list of all of the books that I'm reading, I very much recommend following me or sending me a friend request on my Goodreads or Storygraph account. I've got those linked down in this description below because I'm very active on those, where I keep up to date on those like every day. Let's see here. So for non-spicy books that off the top of my head that I really enjoyed was The Blood Gift by N.E. Davenport, it was a great book. It was not exactly what I was hoping for because it's the second book in a duology, and honestly, my personal opinion, it should have been 2 books. Like this should have been a trilogy. I have heard rumors that it was the publishing company that encouraged her to basically shrink it down to two books. And I think that's a shame. I think the second book greatly suffers from that, like because there's a lot that happens in a very short amount of time in the book, and there's a lot of plot holes that happened as well. And the tone of the first book was very much like an adult novel. This one felt more YA, and I feel like that's I still enjoyed it. Any books that this author puts out in the future, I think I'm going to be instant grabs because she has a very good writing style that I very much enjoyed. But anyway, moving on. Foxglove King, that also just came out by Hannah Whitten. It's a really fun start to a YA series. It's got necromancy, it's got a love triangle, it's got angst. It's wonderful if you're into YA angst. I read the prequel, The Assassin's Blade by, Sarah J. Maas, prequel to the Throne of Glass series, because I plan on reading those soon. Eventually. I'm still trying to get through my physical TBR on my Kindle, but the first few short stories in it were kind of meh. Maybe that's because of the fact that it's like, I know it's something that she made after the at least the first book, Throne of Glass, but I did read that it's like she does encourage people to read it first because it does fill in a lot of context and stuff like that. But I feel like the writing was kind of a little meh in the first couple short stories, but the more that I grew with the characters and recognized like repeating characters, I very much like started to enjoy it more. And then I also read Circe by Madeline Miller. I'm actually really surprised at how much I enjoyed this book. I just kind of picked it up like on a whim one day, and then But I think the reason why I enjoyed it was because I was like obsessed with Greek mythology in high school. So there was like a lot of stuff that I was like, I know that person, I know that person. Hey. Um, Spicy books. If you wanna know about some spicy books, I read A Soul to Touch. I love this series. This is the third book in this series, and I just love it. Just love it. And then I also read Gargoyles Captive. Also love the series. I think this one's the third one as well. And then a new one that just came out, Bewitched, by Laura Thalassa. I loved it. It's a new series. The relationship that's in it is super toxic. Like, I'm not even kidding. It's super toxic. So if you are very much if you have triggers, I would very much look into the triggers before reading this book. But it's because it's like the two are soulmates, but the main girl, they started off as soulmates like in the past, and they're still soulmates now. But she cast, like, I guess he started to get like way out of hand, that she cast a spell on him to put him into like an eternal sleep. She died, was reborn, I guess, in present day, and she has no memories of her past life. She accidentally wakes him up, and he's like, I love you, but you betrayed me. And so it's it's very much like he still cares for her, but he's also trying to get revenge, and it's so toxic. Um it's a mess, but it's an enjoyable mess. So, um I read a lot more, but those were the recent highlights for me. And as I said, I'm gonna probably start bringing this to a close. I don't know when I'll be next posting on here, but if you like tarot, check out my other channel. I do pick a card readings on there. I'm gonna link that down in the description below. You don't have to if you don't want to, but if you're interested, you'll find me. But bye. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys hopefully soon. Hopefully not too long.